My name's Tim Reynolds. I am responsible for all the finance functions here at DewPoint, and I just want to give you some insight into the way that we think about the business, the way we look at the business. I'm not a networker, so I don't look at the business the same way as you, so I want to just share some of the insights of the way we look at the business. What we do realize is that there's a lot of depth in the business. When we look back at what we've built over the last 3 years, we're always amazed at how much we've been able to achieve. And this is what tonight is also about, is the people that are here who are succeeding. That is what we wanted to achieve. But we are now 3 years old. We took an in-depth look at the business, what we did, what we've done over the last 3 years, and we kind of looked at a few themes, and we said, what do we do better? What do we do well? And we've got a lot of time, well, not a lot of time tonight, but as I said, there's a lot of things that we're going to go through, but I just want to summarize it into 3 themes. The first theme that I want to talk about is our commitment to ethics. And this is important to us because of a lot of other things that we've seen in the industry over the last 12 to 18 months. So we said, how do we respond to this? And our response is, we can't control what others say and do. We can only control what we can say and do. So we really reaffirmed our commitment. We said, those people that are prepared to join us have committed to the 5-10-year journey. Those people, unfortunately, trust cannot be bought. Trust has to be earned. And for those people that are going to join us on this journey, every day, every year, we are prepared to go and earn that trust from you. So how does that play out in our day-to-day functions? It comes about with our compliance to regulations, codes, laws. So from a financial statement point of view, every year we get external auditors to come and review our financial statements. The staff, whether we like it or not, we have to go and complete the training and the education to make sure that we're up to date. So sometimes during the year, you'll see that we're all scrambling around, trying to study, trying to write the exams. But that is very important to us because we want to make sure that those people who are with us can believe in us and trust us. But it's not only that. We're not just going to make sure that we comply with all the laws and regulations. We've joined other industry bodies. So like the Direct Selling Association, we've gone and we've said we want to partner with those industry bodies that will come and give us oversight to make sure that we apply all the best standards and principles that we can. Then our next focus or theme is compensation. When we look at the business, we say this must be worth your while as a wealth engineer. If it's not lucrative enough for you, you're not going to be joining us here at DewPoint. You're not going to spend your time, sacrifice your time away from family to come and do something that is not worth your while. So when we look at this, we must make sure that we get the balance right. So it's not a simple thing of, oh, we'll just increase the payments to the wealth engineers and we'll solve the problem. Sorry, remember, we only get our revenue from one source. And that one source is from the payment of products. And those payment of products that we receive, we've got to manage. Those premiums that we get in, we've then got to allocate. We allocate those to only 3 places. The first place is we put a little bit aside for our insurance risk. So we must always make sure that we are in a position to pay our claims. Then the rest of the premium we've got to allocate to ourselves to build the platform and to our wealth engineers. So if we get that wrong, we're not going to be sustainable. If we simply say, oh, we'll make ourselves look fantastic by paying out everything to the channel, it won't leave anything behind for a sustainable business. So again, for those people that are joining us for the long haul, we're here for the long haul. We're going to we've developed a compensation plan, and we've relooked at our compensation plan, and we believe we've got the right balance between what we pay the network and what we use to build the platform that supports you. But now we're also responsible for taking that money for the platform and investing that in a system and processes that give us benefits into the long term, into the future. So we don't want to go and make sure that we just spend to keep things running. We invest heavily to make sure that things will grow in the future. We find from our research, the two things that will kill a network, as I said, is the compensation. And the second thing is when we start seeing the exponential growth that we expect, is that the systems and the processes can't handle the volumes of transactions, and eventually it runs away with them and the network will fail. So that's top of our mind. We don't want to be in a position where we're not able to address those issues. So we invest heavily. We are in the fourth industrial revolution. We believe that the technology is the way that we're going to be able to scale this business. So as you've seen with our technology, we invest heavily, and we're going to continue to invest in all of the technology so that we are able to scale this business. And I'm going to show you some examples of that later. And the third thing that we believe very strongly is the ability to educate and duplicate the system. So we keep telling people, this is an action business. You have to take action to change your circumstances. So what do you need to be able to take action? You need knowledge. The more you know, the more you can do. So we're very heavily invested in this. Not only do we make all our training and things like that for free, we actually incentivize it through the XP Rewards program. So if you take full advantage of the XP Rewards program, you're also going to be ranking up and enjoying some of the benefits. So we do it, like I said, on a daily basis with the XP Rewards program. We do it on a weekly basis. After the Saturday presentation, you can attend a launch workshop. We do it on a monthly basis with our development seminars. And we're also going to do it then on a bi-monthly basis when we're going to continue to visit the outlying regions outside of Gauteng. So that is where we're going to spend some of our money. No one's ever paid to attend a presentation or a training session, and that's something that we believe in. It also adds to our commitment to ethics. Everything that we do here is transparent. So we will always be transparent in what we do and give everything up front and enable through technology for us to duplicate when the volume comes through. So if you've been with us for 3 years, then you're going to start saying, well, that sounds like the same story you've been telling us all along. And that's true. We are committed to our principles. What we committed in the beginning, we are still committed today. But that doesn't mean that there's not going to be any change. The example I'd like to give you is what the automotive industry does very well. This is a 1968 Porsche 911. I'm sure if you had aspirations in 1968, that would be the car of your dreams. If you're not a car investor, you're not going to buy a Porsche 911 from 1968. You want the new version. So as time has gone by, so Porsche has gone and evolved their cars. But what you do notice is the thoroughbred, the DNA of what they produce. And that is what we hope to achieve here at DewPoint. So no matter what we change, you will always see the thoroughbred DNA, high quality, best processes, best people. But as I said, it doesn't mean that nothing will change. As you can see, we have changed the business. We are constantly adding new products. We have to respond to the market, to the competitors. So in terms of products, what our customers want, we will introduce new products. We will make tweaks. We will make changes. But we will always be committed to the quality of DewPoint. The same with the incentives, as I said. In 2017, we ran the Ironman incentive. In 2019, we're running the 365 challenge. So same thing, always the best results, always the highest quality, just a different flavor. That's looking to the past. I want to just give you some overviews of the numbers that we've been able to produce. When I reported back here last year, I'd said we'd been able to distribute over 10 million rands worth of returns and rewards and value to our wealth engineers. So for the 2018 year, we've continued to deliver, continued to pay value, and we've paid over 5.6 million in returns and rewards for the 2018 year. So the funny thing when we look at this line, and from an accountant's point of view, what do you want to do with costs? This is a cost to us. You always want to reduce costs, but not in this business. In this business, we want to grow this. So we're very happy to present that number, but it's not enough. We really want that number to double, triple as we go along. And then just looking again, as I said, at the platform, what are the kind of numbers that we generate? If we're investing in our live streaming and all the technology, we've had over 650,000 views since we started. So that doesn't mean that's 650,000 people. Behind each view, there might be a room of people, 5, 10, 20 people in a room for a single view. So we've reached maybe over 1 million people with our live streams. And like I said, what's fantastic about that is with the ability to scale that. We can do multiple live streams events for people that aren't able to make it to Gauteng, to our head office, and it costs us nothing to do that. So we're very happy with the progress that we've made there. Another thing, we always talk about, you're getting this business with things happening in the background that you don't have to do, okay? So your focus is to grow your channel. Our focus, like I said, is to build that platform that supports you. So who's ever had to phone the bank and process a debit order to collect the premiums? No one. That's something that we take responsibility for. And in the 3 years that we've been running, we've raised over 300,000 debit orders. And also to report back on that, we only have a team of 2 people, Stacey and myself, one to load, one to authorize. And we can comfortably say if that number goes from 300,000 to 3 million, we'll only need Stacey and myself. We've developed the platforms, we've developed the systems that we can grow. Just some other results. 2,500 wealth engineers paid so far. That's individual, unique wealth engineers. 2,500 people that have received that SMS and received the money in their bank account. What does that translate to in volumes? That's over 14,000 individual payments. So every month we run the payments, and to date we've reached 14,000. As I said, if we had to scale, we wouldn't see additional cost, additional staff to boost that number. So is the business working for you? Some other things that we're very proud of, our insurance claims. We've paid 100% of all the claims that we've had. How many payments of incentive or returns and rewards have we missed? We've missed 0. And how many incentives have we had to postpone? We've had to postpone 0. And now this is where we get excited, because that was looking back. Now we're looking forward. As I said, when you look at your cost line, you want it to decrease. But for us, cost in this line for incentives, for returns and rewards, must always go up. That's how we know we've got a successful business. So what we've done for the year ahead, we've allocated increased budgets for the 365 challenge. We want to see people conquering that challenge. We've also increased the budget for the Rank 9 International Conference. So sitting in this room, we want someone, more than one person, to join us. We only had one new Rank 9 last year, so we really challenged. Rob said, throwing down the gauntlet. We challenged those people that are sitting here that are not going to the conference. We've booked the tickets, we've got the capacity. We want to invite you. And then the last one is the car, okay? Last year, I stood on the stage and I said, I want to reward someone with a car. And we didn't have anyone reaching rank 11. Okay, this year, because I missed last year, I have to make it up. So this year, we want to award 2 cars. So we know at least 2 cars, we're very comfortable. That is what we have to look forward to in 2019. That's what's on the table. Just think about how much of that share you want to be yours. We really believe we've built the system to be able to scale into the future. So we would like to invite you. We are ready and set for the growth. Join us in making that a reality. Thank you very much.